Tuesday it has been. Welcome to our new program. I'm sitting here this evening with Miss CABRINA EPIPHANE. We're going to be having a post-independence activities review. We're here on 88.5 Soufre FM. We're live on Facebook and live on YouTube. Welcome to all our listeners, those of you listening to us on radio. Thanks for joining us on Let's Connect. Before we begin, I want to give a shout out to all our communities in the area of Soufre. Special shout out to Fonce-Jacques. Special shout out to Belvedere, St. Philip, Espérance. We want to shout out all our fans and all our listeners in Diamond, Soufre. Those of you down at Barons Drive, good evening. Hope you guys had a wonderful Tuesday. We want to send a special shout out to Etongs and all the surrounding communities. Thank you so very much for joining us on Let's Connect on 88.5 Soufre FM. Miss CABRINA, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
First and foremost, let me extend a good evening to everyone and for this opportunity to have me back here on Let's Connect. It's a great pleasure for sure. Thank you to the Most High. Without Him, this would not have been possible. And to our listening audience, as always, a good evening to you guys, and thank you so much for the support. And like my co-host made mention, all the communities locked on. Thank you so much, and welcome to Let's Connect for today, which is the 1st of March 2022.
Yes, it's so wonderful to welcome in a new month. It feels good, like new beginnings. Unfortunately, we do have a few sad announcements. We want to announce, first of all, the funeral of Miss Serena Casabo will be held on Thursday this week at the Fonce-Jacques SDA Church. Those of you who are able to attend, Miss Serena Casabo on Fonce-Jacques. We also want to extend condolences to the Alexander family on the passing of Dunstan Alexander of New Development Soufre. We also regret to announce the passing of Joseph Maffre, and we extend deepest condolences to the family and friends of the deceased, especially Aurelia Alexander, and also extending condolences to Miss Rhoda Johnny. Also, at this time, we would like to extend condolences to the family and friends of John Casabo, who was affectionately known as the brother of the deceased Diata. He has also passed away. So we want to extend condolences to the family and friends of these deceased, and those of you, once again, the funeral of Miss Serena Casabo of Fonce-Jacques is going to take place this week, Thursday, at the Fonce-Jacques SDA Church. Okay, so those of you able to attend, please make a special effort to do so. Okay. So this last month, February, it was celebrated as so many different things, so many different special things take place in February. We have Black History Month in America. America looks at February as Black History Month. It's looked at the month of love. We celebrate Valentine's Day on February 14th. But for St. Lucia, we had a special significance when it comes to our independence anniversary. We celebrated 43 years this year on February 22nd. But leading up to this, we had several activities which took place from the 16th leading up to the 22nd, and we want to take a little overview of some of those activities. Also, while all of this was taking place, we had a contingent of ministerial staff as well as entertainers and other personnel who went to represent St. Lucia for our 45th anniversary in Dubai. So we also have to look at some of those events as well. We have a lot of footage to show you today, so let's get right into it. We're going to start off with a little overview of the activities which took place in Soufre. So the first activity, Miss EPIPHANE, I know you were there because I saw you there.
You were also there.
I was also there. We were at the Bato Relay, the Soufre leg, which began at Victoria Choiseul at 9 a.m. on Wednesday, February 16th. Okay, so it was covered live on 88.5 as well. So if anybody missed it, you can always go back and look at it, take a look at what happened on that day. It was a great event. As far as I'm concerned, I want to applaud the committee and all those who was involved, the mayor, the office of the constituency council, the office of the Soufre constituency office, that's the office of the district rep, and also the Soufre Regional Development Foundation. Thank you all for all your hard work in putting this event together. I believe there was over 73 participants, or even there could have even been more on the day, of persons who took part in the baton relay. So the baton was passed from Victoria into Myers Bridge, into Fort St-Jacques, back to Myers Bridge, then from Myers Bridge into Etongs, down into Suffragan Town. It went into Barons Drive, then back out of Barons Drive onto the water, and then back out of the water into the end of Bridge Street, continuing on to the Cemetery Road, down to the Beach Park, and then up to Bouton. And then we still ended up doing an impromptu leg into Bouton and back, and then handed over to Canneries. How did you feel the atmosphere was on that day, Miss Epiphane?
I can rightfully say the battle really was well organized. I must maybe extend, kudos to the participants for sure. You guys did put in a lot of work, because being on the ground and witnessing everything, it is not even easy. I can say that somewhere about that I joined in to accompany one of our participants as well, and I'm saying I don't know how they're able to taking all those routes. It's a lot, and given the heat, and then one time it rains and it's just a mixture with the inclement weather, it's also something that needs to be looked at as well for runners for sure. And most of all, you need to be very comfortable. Make sure that your attire, especially your footwear, is very comfortable.
I think also as far as I could see, because I was ahead of everybody dropping off athletes, but I was watching on the live, from what I could see, almost every participant that I saw was dressed in their national colors, which I must commend them for. It was great to show their patriotism on the day. I wore so much blue and yellow, black and white for the month of February. Every Friday we were in our national colors, and for every event we were in our national colors. So it was interesting to see, and I love to see when the vehicles have their bonnet done for independence. It's something really nice. I would say, well, even the dowdiest vehicle, everybody wants to put up their colors or have their flag, and it was nice to see, and I'm very happy to see that St. Lucians took such pride, especially Suffra people. Suffra came alive on that day. Everybody came out, the crowds were out in the streets, especially when the district rep received the baton at the jetty. There were school children, there was persons coming out of workplaces, and she was accompanied with persons blowing the conch shells and raising their flags, and it was great. And AFA's music, Son of the Soil, was blasting on all speakers. So it was such a wonderful time, and I love that the way it came out, the support, the patriotism, the colors, the sound of it, everything just came alive. And watching on the live, the comments, the positive comments, I know maybe there might have been a few negative ones, but the positive comments, it was overwhelming. And once again, kudos to the committee.
And even you mentioned the comments, I think persons who were not here, it gave them that sense of purpose, that sense of belonging. I'm missing home, and so much is happening, and a big event. And it for that moment, I think persons really forgot about the political aspect of it, and everybody, they were unified and all of that thing. And again, you stressed on being very patriotic, and I think kudos again to all the organizers who participated for sure.
Really, and
I think that maybe the highlight of the whole independence battle really was the district representative taking it down to Barons Drive, and especially with the sounds of the conch shell as well. So I think that nailed the whole battle event.
Yes, it was wonderful. I just regret that persons were unable to be present at the final leg going up the hill into Bouton, because that's a very difficult part. And the athletes we had at that last leg, I want to give them a big round of applause, because they did amazing. They were at that point, they had been waiting from morning, and it was the last push, and it was very well done. The last twins from, I don't want to butcher their names before them starting with Z, the twins, the last set of boys who were the ones before the last person going into Z, I don't want to butcher the names, but they were awesome.
And even Thea as well. Thea did really well.
Did really well. They had such great
to athletes. You, Thea, if you're listening, congratulations.
And Cortez, I can't remember everybody's name, so don't say I didn't mention you, but y'all did such a great job. Honestly, honestly, that day I was so proud of y'all. I felt like a mother. I felt so proud. Y'all were really at it, and then when y'all did the last bit into Buto, all of the kids just ran down together in the final bit. It was so nice to see to them just bonding with each other and just running, and they went to visit the students at Buto and give them, and you know, it was such a lovely time. And you could just feel it. It was
everybody
great.
From all walks of life came on, because even in that we could have seen some elderly persons on the sidelines and with their flags waving, and even bypassers as well stopped to wave and, you know, just acknowledge what was happening at that time.
Yeah, it was great. I didn't catch too much of the other parts, but I did see some of Connery's with the Twisted Dance group, and they did so well. It was so nice to see that they have some young girls, and it's so empowering to see them giving such a great performance. So big up to Connery's and big up to the Twisted Dance group. They all did so well. I'm always ready to work with you guys in anything, because you always give it your all in your performances. So everybody who participated in the battle relay in the various communities, you guys did a great job. I love seeing all the female reps. Well, not all the female reps, but the 2 female reps dancing away with the battle and giving it their all on the road, and the support from the public. It was wonderful. Now, the 16th did not end just with the battle relay. Immediately after the battle relay on the 16th, we had a hairstyle competition. You are going to see some photos in a while from some of the participants of that. There was a few styles that were rather incredible. Did you get a chance to see any of those, the hairstyles?
Yes, I saw them online, and I must say they were captivating for sure. And especially what really stood out, the natural hair, the designs in the cornrows, and even the guy and the design. Even after you mark your hair, you can put in those great designs. I think it's awesome, and that's why it was well requested to have natural hair.
Yes, I'm regretting that nobody chose me to style my hair.
You have it today.
Yeah, I styled my hair today for you guys. So big up Jamila of Market Road for my hairstyle. But I really wanted to get my hair styled on the day for the competition. But I saw my favorite one was the cornrows that said 759.
Yes,
I love that. That was so appropriate in so many ways. Like it was right on the money. I really love that hairstyle. And the winning one, I believe it was done on Haven Justin's hair. It was in the form of a basket.
Yes.
And I was so creative. I wish I had seen the process. I wish I had been able to, but I was so exhausted by that point. I was not able to be there. But it was really well done.
It was.
Everybody who participated, I believe, got a prize. So it was interesting, and hopefully next year, now that persons have seen what it is, now that they've seen what they can do, maybe we'll have more participants next year. I think it's something more of our local hairstylists should try and do, especially if you're going to promote natural hair. It's something, you can just...
But even to that end, I do not think it's really fitting to say until next year for such an exhibition in terms of the hair showcasing. If the talent is there, I think persons should profit upon that, especially with the hairstylists that we have. They should maybe showcase themselves as well, and that's why maybe social media plays an active role and do not rely for such occasions to actually put your great work out there.
That's true. I want to take the opportunity to put out a notice to entrepreneurs out there. If you want to market your business, I am accepting short video clips of your work, showcasing your work and explaining what your business is, and I'm willing to showcase it on air on Let's Connect. So if you have a business, whether it be hairstyles, whether it be event management, whether it be catering, balloon art, whatever it is, send me a video clip. You can use TikTok. Send me a TikTok showcasing your items, your work, your art, your creativity, and explaining how to reach you and what you do and where you're located, and you might just be the next person featured on Let's Connect.
Definitely.
That would be. I think I look forward to seeing some nice hairstyles for Easter. Easter is coming up. Mother's Day is coming up. It's time to showcase your work.
So this is why it's not Independence for sure.
All right, welcome to the show. I want to give a big shout out to Alex DJ Daniels. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for always keeping in touch with us, always listening. Good evening to you, Miss Agatha Nicholas. Good evening, Miss Melanie Hippolyte. Thanks for joining us. We have some comments on the hairstyles. Yes, the flower basket. It was a flower basket or a fruit basket?
A flower basket.
It was a flower basket. Oh, okay, the flower basket. Okay, yes. The cornrows. Yes, the cornrows were great. It was nice to see.
For sure. Just before we jump into the cooking competition, let's not forget we had the Walaba competition with biggest
and the dominoes
men.
before. That's true. We forgot those.
Yes.
We had the domino competition the weekend before as well as the Walaba. The domino was on the Saturday and the Sunday was the Walaba. So big up to, I believe it was Fosse Jacques for the Walaba. And for the domino, it was Barron's Drive who took the prize at the semi-finals for the dominoes competition. So big up to your team. You guys are proving to be unbeatable in dominoes. It's great to see. I'll have to come down to Barron's Drive for some training in dominoes. Let me see if I can get on a team for the next competition.
You should.
It's probably the only sport I'll ever play, dominoes. So on the 18th of February, we had the cooking competition.
Specific to meat or fish or vegetarian.
And they had to cook on a coal pot, and the main ingredient had to be green figs. So we do have some photos of that as well. We're going to show you in our slideshow in just a moment. So we had some of the judges from the town council, from the councillors. In terms of the constituency council office, some of them were the judges for the cooking competition, and I think it went very well. We have, like I said, we have photos also on the Sufre Foundation page as well as the constituency council's page. If you're interested in seeing some of the footage from those competitions, it's there as well. On
the 20th, which was the Sunday, we had the cycling competition. Excitedly to see the women participate in the cycling race as well.
Yes, congratulations to Tiana. She won that segment, the women's race, the cycling race on the Sunday. Congratulations to Tiana. She did a very good job. Congratulations to all those who participated. You guys did a great job. They had to do several circuits around town, starting from the bus terminal, going up the hospital road, then turning onto Boulevard Street, and then onto High Street, and then back down Bridge Street to the bus terminal. So they had to do several rounds. It was a wonderful day. I did not realize we had so many bikers in Sufre, bicycle bikers, not motorcycle bikers. We had quite a turnout. So kudos to you guys on a very well done job, well done. And hopefully we'll see more of this type of activity. Easter is coming.
Well,
get in touch with Nehemiah St. John, and if you want to have another cycling race for Easter, let him know you're interested.
You're putting Nehemiah.
I'm putting Nehemiah on the spot. I'm sending everybody to him. All right, so after we had the wonderful excitement of the cycling race on the Sunday, on February 21st, we then had our ecumenical service at the Lady of the Assumption Church in Sufre, which is the Catholic Church, and there was also a ceremony honoring retirees of the community. And let's remember that the theme for Independence this year was Devant Ensemble, celebrating our people. So we tried to include all walks of life. I want to commend the committee as well on the persons they selected to be honored. It was a wonderful turnout. The mass was wonderful. I want to say that those persons who spoke, especially the key speaker, the featured speaker, that's Father Setut, he had a wonderful performance, and there was a little impromptu song he did based on the theme. So for persons who missed that as well, you can find the live video on 88.5's Facebook page. So if you get a chance, browse through, look for the date, February 21st. So you'll find that video there. It was a very wonderful service. I wish more persons could have been in attendance. And it was wonderful turnout. Refreshments were served afterwards on the square. it was a wonderful day. I think all the days leading up to independence had such a wonderful weather. We had, well, except for the day of the battle, really, we had some rain, but every other day the weather seemed to have been perfect. We had perfect weather leading up to most of the activities.
And I also think, Ren, apart from just the church service, we had the honoring of the retirees, which of course we need to recognize those persons who have contributed immensely. And as the saying often goes, give us the flowers before we're gone, for sure. So I think it was a good act to really show appreciation to all those persons who have contributed immensely and of course who continue to do so.
I was happy to see two of my past teachers getting honored, Mrs. Mary Nelson as well as Mrs. Calixta Joseph. Miss Calixta taught me French and Miss Mary was my class teacher in Stage 2. So that was wonderful years of service that they have provided to the community of Soufrière, and it was so good to see them getting honored. Also, I'm reminded that International Women's Day is coming up. It's right around the corner. It's on March 8th. So especially those ladies who took part in the bicycle race, you might want to think of maybe having a repeat. Let's see if somebody can get the crown off of Tiana this time. So March 8th is International Women's Day. So let's see what we can have in terms of activities for Women's Day coming up. Right, so on the actual day of independence, we had a canoe race, and we have a bit of footage for you as well coming up. And it was interesting. I had never seen a parade of boats before. The boats were decked out in the balloons, the St. Lucia flag, and they were doing figure eights, and I had never seen something like that before.
Seeing the babe being brought to life.
And everybody turned out. The turnout was great. The waterfront was loaded with persons. We had some of the bikers, the usual bikers passing around. We had a lot of children out, and everybody in there, blue and yellow, black and white, being so patriotic, so wonderful to see. It was definitely interesting and wonderful celebration for our 43rd independence anniversary.
And I think it was one of the best ways to end the curtains on Soufrière's leg in terms of the various activities that was planned for the 43rd anniversary. Although persons were saying, apart from the canoe racing, they should have been like a greasy pole.
Yeah, a lot of people asked me for greasy pole and
could
greasy
have been
pig
added as well.
So we'll take that into consideration for next year, God willing. Hopefully we'll have those activities. I don't think I've ever witnessed a greasy pole or greasy pig activity.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
I don't think I ever have. I've been at locations where it was supposed to happen, and I never seem to be present when it takes place. Either I come before, I leave after. I'm never on time.
Even if you have to imagine, it's just a pole and grease, whatever form of grease.
But it must be so exciting to see people trying to climb it.
To ever get the prize,
you have to have some sort of skill. There's always a way to do everything.
Wow.
Yeah, there has to be some sort of technique in order to get up there. So I think that's what the enjoyment of it has to be, witnessing that sort of thing. All right, so I think it's time that we start looking at the footage. We're going to be doing some photos. We're going to be looking at the hairstyle competition, the cooking competition, the canoe race. We have some clips of everything. We're going to go through some of that, as well as some of the Dubai footage as well, coming from our district rep. She sent her regards while she was out there, and we have some footage from when they were in Dubai. We also have some footage from the showcase from our chef Elijah Jules of Jade Mountain, who presented his take on our national dish to the persons in Dubai.
Travel all over the world, there is no place as sweet as home. Yeah. I got a call from overseas, said I should leave it today, but I must come back, I must come back. Everyone is waving goodbye cause I'm flying away, but I must come back, I must come back. To the pilot, turn the plane around, cause I must come back, I must come back. Go to the street jam, that's what we like. Freaky on a Friday night, later in the evening, bicycles clubbing. She tell me today is Saturday, let's go then me tonight and eat some fish. Then we'll go down to Fuye, then the Peters all the way up there. Skyrise we all up in the air, when we gliding down the people check. Everybody clapping hands and they shouting out, can you hear them say, solution we love.
People playing, everybody celebrating. The music sounds so sweet. He's only we who feel it. I'm proud of where I'm from. Need to understand. I am a Saint Lucian. Last wait for Saint Lucia. Everybody thank God that I am a Saint Lucian, and I come from the land of sun. I tell you thank God for the Helen of the West. Simply beautiful. I want you to show me your hands. Let me see your hands up. But I am no hands up. You're proud of where you're from. Hands up, cause all of we are one. If you are a Saint Lucian, shout the party up in air. Lucian people everywhere, raise your flag up in the air. If you are a Saint Lucian.
This is our story. Journey to my island home, Saint Lucia, Helen of the West Indies.
Who was portraying our culture. We had our dancers in the madras, and we had our district rep repping her blue and yellow, black and white, and at Dubai, Expo Dubai 2020. And I think that they did a very good representation of us. We're gonna go back to, I do believe we have some footage of some of the local events.
Happy 44th Independence, Saint Lucia.
All together. Saint Lucia we love Mama. Saint Lucia we love Papa. Saint Lucia we love. All together. Saint Lucia we love. Saint Lucia them Mama. Papa. Shout it out loud. Tell them all around the floor. Mama. Papa. All together. Saint Lucia we love Mama. Saint Lucia we love Papa. Saint Lucia we love. Tell them Saint Lucia we love. Saint Lucia to the world. Mama. Represent yourself. Papa. Push your flag in the air. Blue and yellow, black and white. Mama. Unite. Papa. All together. Simply beautiful Saint Lucia is snorkeling all the way to jalousie. Motivate with Nobel laureates. Messengers that they recall can swear. Full alone with hope repeat on them. Bounty ram rising spirits in the air. Everybody clapping hands and then shouting out. Can you hear them say? Saint Lucia we love Mama. Saint Lucia we love Papa. Saint Lucia we love. Tell them Saint Lucia we love. All together. Saint Lucia we love Mama. Saint Lucia we love Papa. Saint Lucia we love. All together. Saint Lucia we love. Blue and yellow, black and white, black and white, black and white. Blue and yellow, black and white, black and white, black and white. Say blue and yellow, black and white, black and white, black and white. We love. All together. Saint Lucia we love Mama. Saint Lucia we love Papa. Saint Lucia we love. All together. Saint Lucia we love. Saint Lucia them Mama. Papa. Shout it out loud. Tell them all around the floor. Mama. Papa.
All right, we just saw the footage of 3 of the activities. We had footage of the hairstyle competition, and we saw the one I mentioned, the 759, the cornrows. We had 3 sets of cornrows, and then we had the flower basket, which won the first prize. And we also saw footage of our student chefs at the competition, the cooking competition, and we saw our judges taste testing. We had Chef Orlando as one of our judges. Kudos to the winners, kudos to our student chefs who took part in the competition. I think the plating was very well done though. To me, first you eat with your eyes, so the plating was very well done. So to me, no matter what you did, it would have tasted wonderful just because it looks so wonderful.
Presentation is
It was very good. And then we had we forgot to mention that there was also a competition of creative market stall, which was done on the 19th of February at the supermarket on the Saturday morning. I want to give a special shout out to our carrot birds. The carrot birds that was decorating one of the stalls got a special mention on the day from the mayor. So big up to them. Shout out to our winners who won. They had such a wonderful display at the market. It was so wonderful to see that the patriotism took a different form
Which is true.
It was really good. So kudos to you guys. We also had a little bit of footage of the mural that is being painted. It's not finished yet, but there is a mural in progress on the wall of the cemetery. We want to thank Jade Mountain for sponsoring. It's something they're taking up an initiative in terms of beautifying Soufrière. And I think the mayor also announced that Jade Mountain is willing to assist persons in painting their houses along the road on Church Street coming down the hill. So if you're interested in getting your house painted to beautify the entrance into Soufrière, so you can get in touch with the mayor at the Soufrière Constituency Council in order to get some assistance from Jade Mountain in doing some painting to beautify our community. I think that's a lovely initiative.
It is, but then she also made mention that it's optional.
Yes, it's not something you have to do.
Optional.
It's if you want to do. So if you want, it's not a must. If you are interested, if your house is along the roadside on Church Street coming down the hill into Soufrière, you can contact them and they will make something happen. All right. We have some more footage. We also have a music video which was shot by the Soufrière Primary School. We'll be playing that as well. And we do have a clip, as I mentioned earlier, of Elijah performing and cooking for the persons in Dubai.
All together. Ay, ay, ay. Said Lucia we love. Mama said Lucia we love. Papa said Lucia we love. Tell them said Lucia we love. Said Lucia to the world. Mama represent yourself. Papa push your flag. Tell them yeah. Blue and yellow, black and white. Mama unite. Papa all together. Aye, aye, aye. Simply beautiful, Saint Lucia is snorkeling all the way to jalousie. Motivate with Nobel laureates. Messenger dead, Derek Walker swear. Cool alone with hope, repeat to bed. Bounty ram rising spirits in the air. Everybody clapping hands and then shouting out. Can you hear them say? Saint Lucia we love. Mama, Saint Lucia we love. Papa, Saint Lucia we love. Tell them, Saint Lucia we love. All together, Saint Lucia we love. Mama, Saint Lucia we love. Papa, Saint Lucia we love. All together, Saint Lucia we love. Blue and yellow, black and white, black and white, black and white. Blue and yellow, black and white, black and white, black and white. Say blue and yellow, black and white. We love. All together, Saint Lucia we love. Mama, Saint Lucia.
Okay, so we saw some footage, more of the mural, and also we had some of the honorees from the ecumenical service, which took place on the 21st of February. Also, we featured Mr. Francis George, Miss Calixta Joseph, and there was a fisherman there. I can't remember his name, but I saw he was featured as well. And we want to say once again, thank you for your years of service in Soufrière, and we're so happy that we were able to honor you while you're still here with us and can enjoy your flowers now. Okay, so once again, congratulations to all our honorees, and we hope that next year we can honor some other retirees who were not able to honor this year. So we'll hope that this can be something that we can do every year. I think it will be
Definitely.
good. We started looking also at some of the footage from the canoe race, which took place on the 22nd of February. So we saw some of the decorated canoes, and we have a little bit of a clip coming up now, and then we're going to be showing you some other footage of the music video done by the students of the Soufrière Primary School.
you're proud to be a Lucia, let me see you raise your hand. I say put it up, put it up, put it up high. If you're proud of this nation, make your flag in your hand. I say put it up, put it up, put it up high. If you're from the Caribbean, raise your rag in your hand. I say put it up, put it up, put it up high. Raise your pride and raise it up high. Raise your flag in the sky. Raise your pride and raise it up high. Raise your flag in the sky.
Saint Lucia we love, Mama. Saint Lucia we love, Papa. Saint Lucia we love.
Just saw our students of the Soufre Primary School with a wonderful performance, showing so much patriotic pride, so much patriotism. I want to big up all the staff at Soufre Primary School. We saw Mr. B.A., we saw the principal, Miss Haynes, and special thanks to Adrian Klein. I spoke to him on the day of the ecumenical service when they were filming in the square, and I asked him to make sure I got a link for this video when they were done, and they did such a wonderful job. I love to see that they were so excited, the children were so involved, they were having fun, and the quality was so great for students and just for them having fun, and that they were able to produce something so good.
But even with the song itself, I love it.
Yeah, it's catchy.
Yes,
you
catchy.
if you're proud to be a Lucian, put your hands up. I loved it. It was great. Kudos to everybody involved. I think it's such a wonderful thing when we get our children involved, when we get the schools involved. So good evening to Miss Adelta Bowens of St. Vincent. Thank you so very much for joining us. Always tuned in to Let's Connect. Good evening to you. Yes, one of our Miss Cheryl said she got goosebumps. I think the first time I heard it, I got goosebumps too. Just to hear the children singing it, and I just love to see children having fun. Once they're engaged, you know that it's still going to be something that's going to stick with them years down the line.
Definitely, and even with the various locations that were shot in the song, it just goes to show how beautiful St. Lucia is, and we need to really, capitalize on that. We need to respect, St. Lucia, especially if we have to go into them in terms of loitering and, just appreciating what we have, for sure.
I liked when they went to the viewpoint where we had the craft vendors, and I think it was a nice way to showcase what Soufre has to offer, especially to our foreign visitors, especially to our local visitors too, because we have persons from other parts of St. Lucia who've never been to certain parts of Soufre. You can live in St. Lucia your whole life and never see Soufre, and that's sad because it's such a wonderful place and there's so much beauty in one location. There's not enough time to go everywhere.
And even taking him up to that landmark,
to the
UNESCO, the UNESCO landmark. I think that's a great thing as well, and I think it's a beach park to an extent.
Yes, they did the beach park as well.
Yes,
it was great. I think the children enjoyed themselves. So long as the children enjoy themselves, I'm good with everything that's happening. It's wonderful.
Which is true.
And also big up to the parents for getting all the patriotic way. I'm seeing so many varieties of the blue and yellow, black and white outfits. It's always a great time when the children get to dress up. Yes,
it's always there.
I think we have coming up some footage.
Saint Lucia we love, Mama. Saint Lucia we love, Papa. Saint Lucia we love.
Good afternoon, and thank you for coming. First, let me start off by saying Happy Independence Day to all St. Lucians here and abroad. Thank you. And again, it's indeed a pleasure to be here to bring to you guys a taste of St. Lucia right here in Dubai. Whenever I think of St. Lucia and I think about food, first thing that comes to my mind is our national dish, which is our green banana and saltfish. So today, this is my first dish I'm going to prepare. Most time people think about green fish and saltfish. The banana is braised and the saltfish stew has been made and it's served right on top of it. But today I'm going to do a different twist to it. I'm going to make a green banana and saltfish salad, which is the same thing, it's just in a different style. I know some of y'all, maybe your great-grandmothers or mothers have done so many different versions of green banana and saltfish that I cannot even imagine, But today I'm going to start off with mine. So I have some green banana which is already braised. So I'm going to start off by sauteing my herbs and spices. And this is essential to develop flavor. And this is what Caribbean is all about. Color, the flavor, texture. And this is all what this dish has in it. A little pepper. Still sticking with the colors, red, green, yellow. Saute that nicely. There you go. A little onion. Still keeping with the color. Right in there. Quick saute just to get the flavors out. So I got my bowl right here. I'm going to add my green banana. Add a little salt. And some garlic. There we go. Cook it down. Just need to add a little more oil in there. And then we add our saltfish. So this is actually cod, which was fresh cod. So I actually salted myself last night in my room. Yeah, it's a true story, yeah? Goes right in there. So even when you're back home, you don't have to use the dry saltfish if you don't want to. You could always make your own saltfish. Check the local fisherman, see what he has. Even the scraps you could use. Salt it, get it dried, make your own saltfish. And it goes right into my bowl, just like that. Oh my goodness. Can we see that? This looks beautiful. This says St. Lucia all over it, you know. So that's gonna add some fresh herbs in there. I got some parsley and cilantro. There we go. Let's get this out of the way. So I'm just gonna add a little citrus to it. Using some fresh lime. Yes. And I'm just gonna add a little more olive oil to refresh it up, you know. Oh, shit. And a little mayo. Now, if you don't like mayo, you could also add a little mustard to it, just to substitute for your mayo. It's up to you. And there you go. Easy, quick recipe. You could also do it on the go. You could prep it in advance, have it in your refrigerator, and do it for if you're having a party or something. And you just put it all together just like that. So here we go. This is our national dish, the green banana and saltfish, in the salad version. Thank you. So I'm just going to put it together to see, well, to show you guys how pretty it looks. Oh, yes. You guys don't feel hungry right now? There you go. So there we have it. our green banana and saltfish. Well, it feels great. I mean, it's a pleasure being here representing my island. And I must say, I mean, the reaction of the crowd really, I was overwhelmed, and I'm really happy about it.
So you put on your own twist to some classic dishes, and that's received pretty positive reviews. Why do you think the need to reinvigorate in a way our typical dishes?
Well, most time people tend to stick to the same basic thing all the time. Well, it's always good to twist it around, make it your own, Just like the banana. The banana was not actually a St. Lucian product, The banana actually came to St. Lucia by the British. And guess what? We took this banana and we made it our national dish. So it's the same thing we could do with any other thing, make it ours. I think St. Lucians are very good at taking stuff and making it theirs as well.
I like the new taste of the food. It was a really nice experience. It's making me thinking about visiting St. Lucia for food and fun.
And like I said, the reaction that I got, the feedback, it really made my day as well.
My review is fantastic stuff. I have a line to tell you. Yo, I was truly amazed by, the dish that he created there, especially the green pig and saltfish. I figured, that'd be something basic, but he put his twist in it, and I was really taken away by it. And, big up, of course, to Chef Elijah in the culinary arts. It's a beautiful thing actually being here at the expo. So much talent in St. Lucia, not just culinary, but, in terms of dance, creatives. And I hope that, all stakeholders involved there today are very inspired, because I truly am, and I'm just happy and blessed to be here.
So my second dish is going to be a grilled fish suskai. I know everybody loves a good suskai, I mean, if you're from St. Lucia and you don't know what a suskai is, then guess what? You're not a Lucian, There you go. So the suskai actually has a unique story to it as well. I mean, this is what my great-grandmother said to me, In the time when they used to go to the beach, I mean, what they would do, they would take the seawater and chop the garlic and the herbs and everything in there, put lots of lime in there as well. And they would catch the fish and roast the fish and put the fish right into the salt water with all the herbs in there, And the secret recipes in there as well is the coconut oil. St. Lucia use a lot of coconut oil as well, which is very good for the suskai. And the suskai is a very famous sauce in St. Lucia. Why? Because everybody believes that they make the best suskai. Nobody feels that my suskai is better than your suskai. So today I do the version of my suskai. And again, I'm going to put a twist to my suskai as well. I'm going to add mango and avocado to my suskai. I'm going to start by adding a little salt. So it's like I'm making my seawater, So sometimes you'd have the suskai, it's sour, because some people tend to add vinegar in there, which I don't add vinegar in there. I keep it straight fresh lime or fresh lemon. So it's just salt, lemon, there you go. Then the garlic. Lots of garlic, Very important as well. This is the key. And again, we add what I call love to it, The peppers. Lots of love. Peppers. Herbs. Lots of herbs. There you go. Then we mix this up nicely. Next step, the oil. And don't be afraid to put the oil, It's all right. There we go. Add some more lemon. And then we add, so this is a suskai right here. So the suskai is basically the citrus with the lots of herbs and garlic. So now you could add anything you want to add in there. You could do a cucumber suskai, a mango suskai, a citrus suskai. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to put in there. So now I'm just going to add my avocado and my mango. Just like that. Mix it all up. A little more oil. A little more salt. Just send a little salt in there, just like that. Now, if it's too sour, all you have to do is taste it. And you could always add a little sugar to it. To balance it out, a little sweet, a little sour. Mix it up. And there you go. So this is my suskai. Doesn't this look happy? Guess what? If I was in there, I'll be happy too, you know. Definitely be happy too. And to serve this, I'm gonna start searing off my my fish. So I'm just going to do a light season on the fish. A little oil. Salt. Now the fish you don't want to over season as well, because you want to make sure you taste the fish. Most times some people marinate the fish so much you don't even taste the fish, you know. You taste more seasoning, more garlic. But I want you to taste the fish. Plus, I mean, look at this wonderful suskai that's going to come on this fish. There we go. So I'm just trying to get a nice golden brown color on my fish right now. So while this is getting ready, I have the pre-sample for you guys so we could try. There we go. Just a few more minutes on our fish. All right. So this is ready. So again, there we go. And down goes the avocado and mango suskai. There we go. Yet fish with our mango and avocado suskai. Welcome to St. Lucia, guys. So in case you're thinking of going to St. Lucia or you are in St. Lucia at this present moment, this is the two main dish I recommend that you definitely have to try. Thank you for coming. Happy Independence. Have a wonderful day.
What a wonderful showcase from Chef Elijah Jules of Jade Mountain Resorts. What a wonderful performance. I was salivating. He made me hungry. I need to go and find some green fig and saltfish tonight. How about you, Cabrina?
Well, I learned something new in terms of you can substitute if you do not have the actual salt fish. You can, any fish would do. You just have to know to put it to dry for sure. Cod fish.
I definitely want to try the green fig salad with the mustard now. I'm wondering how that would. I think I would want to give that a try. Next time making green fig salad, I'm going to use mustard.
And I think even with a twist with the Suskai, how he really played off with it, I think that's mouth-watering, if you ask me that. I feel like Suskai today.
Yes, that would be so good. A nice Suskai. And like you said, everybody claims their Suskai is the best.
Which is true.
It's very true. Everybody has their own version of Suskai, their own recipe for their Suskai. I've never considered putting in mango. That's definitely a new take on the dish.
And the comments are coming in nicely.
Yes.
Mr. Nicholas says, I have an avocado and missing a mango to try it.
If I had a mango, I would come over to your house and we would bake it.
Lucian cuisine all the way. Kennedy, Father Vonja. Yeah.
So guys, let us know. We have about 1 minute left. Those of you in the chat, let us know what was your favorite event from all the independence activities. Let us know. We're going to be reading it out on air in the next minute, right before we close. Tell us what your favorite activity was from the independent activity. What was yours, Cabrina?
For me, it was the baton relay and also the canoe racing, for sure.
I think
for me.
Although I was not present for the hairstyle competition, that one was one of my favorites. I really loved the creativity of that one. Yeah, I think out of everything, that was my favorite, and I regret I was not present. I think I was probably kind of salty that I was not one of the persons getting their hairstyle. That's why I was not present. But it was such a lovely time. I think St. Lucians really need to give themselves a pat on the back. We definitely did well for our 43rd Independence Anniversary celebrations.
Oh, somebody said the swimming was great too.
Oh yes, I missed the swimming. I had to run to the bathroom. By the time I got back, the swimming was over. I missed the swimming. So big up to our swimmers. We also had a swimming competition right after the canoe racing competition. That's so true. And I did not even, I have to go back and watch it on the live. So this is a reminder. Everything you missed, go to 88.5's Facebook page, go to the Soufrière Constituency Council's Facebook page, Soufrière Constituency Group Facebook page, the Soufrière Regional Development Foundation Facebook page. We have footage of almost every single activity that took place over the independence activities from early on in February all the way down to February 22nd. We have coverage from different events in Dubai. We have footage of performances by Afa Alain. We have our chef, the entire performance from Chef Elijah Juice is also there as well. So if you want to come back and watch the recipe for the Suskai, all of that is up there. The battle relay, Classy Willow Prosper said that was her favorite. Miss Nicola said she was looking forward to the greasy pole. We'll have to try and get that greasy pole next year. Smith Jeff Philip, welcome to the program. Late but still welcome. Yes, the swimming was good. We didn't have enough races. I think we needed to have more races, really. Yes. Arifa, welcome. All right, Smith Philip is letting us know that his Mount Jimmy climb on Independence Day was great. Sorry I missed it. I had to be at the canoe race. And he said the battle through Fort Saint-Jacques was wonderful. That was something I think a lot of people enjoyed, seeing the battle going through Fort Saint-Jacques, and then it came back out on a motorcycle. It was an exciting time. On the footage, you could see the children from the school running down. It was so fun to see. I always love to see when the children participate. Great time. All right, anybody else, let us know what your favorite part of the independence activities was. Let us know what you enjoyed to see. Everybody's saying the battle relay was probably the highlight for most people. I think it really touched everywhere. It touched all the communities. It touched different persons. We had several representatives from different communities, from different activity groups. It was a wonderful time. We want to big up the whole of Soufrière. Everybody, thank you so very much for participating in the independence anniversary activities for our 43rd independence in St. Lucia. It has been a wonderful time reviewing all of the activities. Miss CABRINA EPIPHANE, thank you so very much for joining me once again. I hope to coerce you to come back next time.
I realize it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much. And all in all, again, we want to extend a heartfelt thank you to all the sponsors who enable the 2022 Independence Calendar of Activities, celebrated under the theme DUSAUZAY, celebrating our people.
Yes, wonderful time this year. I can't wait for next year. Next year is going to be awesome. So until then, until next week, I want to be showcasing some of those entrepreneurs. So reminder, send me your footage, contact me on the Let's Connect page, or you can reach me at the Soufrière constituency office. We will have to feature as many entrepreneurs as we can next week. So look out for that. Until that time, remember, together, let us transform Soufrière for Sejac. Thank you for watching. Tune in next week, Tuesday.